Alright, so today is not going to be a regular Crazy Will episode. It's going to be a little bit different. Today, we're going to be building an Ender 3. Now, this is not a tutorial on how to put it together. What I want to show you guys today, what it's like to get your first FDM printer. We're going to unbox it, I'm going to put it together, and see what the process is to putting it together and running your first print. How hard is it? What does it come with? What does it look like inside the box? What do you need? What obstacles are you going to go into? So we're going to cover all of that today, so stay tuned. Crazy Will from Crazy Will's Tech Show. Like I said in the beginning of this intro, we're going to be doing things a little bit different today. It's going to be kind of like a vlog and just a little bit of information on getting into 3D printing. If you haven't been following my series, I got an Elegoo Mars for Christmas. My wife surprised me with it because I've been wanting a 3D printer forever. Absolutely love it. Great print quality. Take a look at my video if you want to see that. But I wanted to be able to print bigger and hopefully stronger things with different materials. So I decided to go with a extruder 3D printer. I'll still be using the Elegoo, but I also wanted to have a little bit bigger build volume, and I also wanted to have a little bit more flexibility. So I think having these two different types of printers gives you the best of both worlds. You have the Elegoo Mars, which gives you this beautiful detail so you can make models and stuff like that. And then I'm thinking the Ender will do a great job on making actual practical things, maybe a harder plastic, maybe clips, bigger projects. So I'm gonna take you on my journey, what it's like. I'm absolutely brand new to FDM printing. I got in this box filament, and in this box an Ender 3. The Ender 3 kept coming up over and over and over again of one of the most popular 3D printers out there. Alright, so here we are. This is the box. I'm gonna unbox this bad boy. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited. That looks so cool. Oh, I love it. Everything looks like it's packaged really nice. Got the instruction manual. Nice build volume right there. This up. Some bars. Oh, there's the control panel. Should be able to take this out just like that. Oh, be careful, your extruder's right there. Alright. Stepper motors. Power supply. It's a lot lighter than I thought it would be, but nice. Now this was the one thing that I saw over and over again. Make sure you put it to 115 volts. So this is already wrong. Let's see what else is in here. Holy crap, even more stuff. Okay, that's to hold the filament. That's to peel the filament off. That's an empty bag. That looks like some more rails. Feels like, oops, something's in there. Yep, something is in there. It came right out. Okay, power cord. Another stepper motor. The screw there, just loose. I guess that's where that bag came from. Another triangle piece. A whole bag of pieces. The tools. Looks like some filament and some adjustment screws and some other stepper motor parts. And that's it. That is everything. I also got me filament to get me started. I don't know if this is a great brand or not. I haven't really tested it. It looked like it had good reviews, and it was what they recommended when I ordered the printer. So I went ahead and did this. Overtrue is what they recommended. So this is the filament I'm going to be printing in. It should be both black. Came with a sheet which doesn't look like it's the same size. Nope, it's not the same size as the actual board. I don't know why they sent this to me. Yeah, I'll give you feedback. Make it bigger for the actual Ender. But there's your spool of filament. From what I read, filament, you have to worry about moisture getting to it. That's why it's sealed like this. So the other one I'm just going to store. This one's probably going to be the one I'm going to use. Okay, so this is the part where you're like, what the hell did I get myself into? It's a lot of parts. And I don't know where a lot of it goes. This is my first time doing this. Not gonna lie, I'm a little overwhelmed at the moment, but I've been in worse with IKEA furniture, so I'm not gonna get that upset about it. I just hope I get everything worked out correctly. One of the things that they always said was the bed wobbles. A lot of people, I don't really have that problem. It's pretty tight. It's not wobbled. They say it usually comes wobbly within shipping, that this bed needs to be tightened on the bottom, like so. I'm not seeing that right now. It's pretty smooth. I got one thing going for me, so, but yeah, we're gonna try and get this thing up and running. So this is what it's gonna be like. Let's get working on it. All right, so it did come with instructions, colorful instructions. All right, so it's been a little bit over an hour. This is as far as I got with it. Got the control panel on, got the main bars in, got this. It can be very tedious, but it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. There are a lot of pieces, but everything's kind of going together pretty good. Got the whole kind of IKEA drawing thing going on here. I actually like doing it this way because if anything goes wrong, I know how to fix it. The only thing that bothers me is I gotta get it right the first time in order to know what to fix. So we're gonna make sure that we're gonna try our best to get this working. It looks like everything's coming together pretty nicely. I'm gonna try and finish this up and get everything hooked up, all the electronics, everything tucked in, and hopefully I can do my first print today. We'll see. All right, it looks like I'm finished, guys. I built my Ender 3. Wiring was pretty simple. Little things that I feel like they left out, like I don't know where to go from here as far as test print or anything. I do know that I put it to 115 volts. I made sure I did that. I got everything, I think, pretty squared away. I got the connection on. They gave you every tool you were possibly gonna need. I mean, it's a whole toolkit, every Allen key. I just need to see where I can go from here, but everything's assembled. It took me under 2 hours, all together now. All right, so the reason why I got the Ender 3, I wanted to compare them, like I said earlier, but I also got this for a sick deal on Amazon for 182 bucks on a 4th of July sale. So I couldn't walk away from it for $182. This was a friggin' steal as far as I'm concerned. Guess it's time to power it up and see what happens. The moment of truth. Here goes nothing. Alright, so it looks like I got everything correct. Let me play with it and see how to get this thing leveled. Alright, so I probably should have done this on camera, but I adjusted it home. Everything went home. Basically what I did was I went into the menu and I went to prepare and I went to auto home. And you can see it moves. That is home. So now I'm gonna level the bed by turning it off and adjusting these little feet at the bottom. So I'm gonna go and do that now. From what I gathered, you set it home, goes off to that corner, and now what you do is you move the bed to one corner, you take a piece of paper, and you stick it right underneath there, and you turn this knob right at the bottom here until it goes up, and you make it hard enough that you can pull the paper out. So I got that going. That's how that should go. And now what I'll do is I'll move it, and this is off while I'm doing this. And they say you only have to do this like once a month. So once I get this leveled, I have it in the spot it's gonna be. Once I get this leveled, this should be it for a while until prints start coming out funny. All right, so I've been playing for about an hour. It's printing. I had to learn pretty much the basics. I found a video. I'm gonna leave that video in the link description down below. This guy had a really good video for doing your first print. Bed leveling took over 10 minutes. I kept playing with it, going back and forth. It's a little hard to get used to, but right now it's printing. So there it is, it's printing. There was a file on this called the dog file, and I apologize for the noise. It's gonna be a little loud. Doing that right now, it's only at 2%. I think I leveled it correctly because it looks like the bed's doing really well and it's building up. Really cool to watch. I am enjoying this quite a bit. It's neat to see this stuff. They gave me some test filament. I have other filament that I showed you earlier. The biggest thing was you go in the main menu and you preheat PLA, and it sets it up, preheats it, and gets everything going, and then pushing that filament in. I was having a hard time trying to feed that filament through. I realized after the fact that I should have clipped the filament at a 45-degree angle to make it more like a needle going through a thread. That would have made it a hell of a lot easier. So I made that mistake. So like I said, I'm brand new to this. This is the first one I've ever had as far as FDM. Unfortunately, I ran out of filament while I was printing this. They don't give you enough filament to finish the dog, but that's a good idea of what the dog looks like. That is the quality you will get with the Ender 3 from what I've read about. So I think it came out pretty good. I just wish they gave you enough filament to finish the print. Alright, so we're on day 2. Couldn't sleep last night, so I was up till 3 in the morning. Partially because I have the Ender now, but another part of it was acid reflux, so did a couple prints. One is a print that I made, and you can see that there. Twists, nice and easy. This part where it's meant to go into like a camera or something doesn't really work very well. Didn't on the Elegoo either. Then I did my model, which actually was printed with supports for where the neck is. I think that came out really good. It's a little nice. I'm up to 5 prints now. I got one that I just got done, which is really cool. I wanted to tell you this because I didn't know this. When the Ender is done printing, it actually cools off the bed and cools off the hot end of the extruder, pushes the bed forward, and is ready for you to take it out. So this is what it looks like. We'll take the clips off. The bed is at 0, the nozzle is at 0, which is really nice. And this comes off like so. So this is what it looks like. Unfortunately, I picked black, which was not a good idea for YouTube, but it's on the bed. It comes off like this, and you can try to pull it off, but really you probably just gotta put this on a flat surface and scrape it off. It's on there pretty good. Little bit of a hiccup today. The screw in the back that feeds the filament into the actual extruder for some reason came loose. Must have been during shipping. Got it fixed. Trying the dog again. Unfortunately, it is in black, so it's hard to see. That's what I have going on in the background. Alright, so another successful print. This one actually printed a raft, just like the other one did, but it didn't finish. If you pull it off right now, it should just pop right off. Oh, the whole raft came off. That's nice. It's supposed to just come off. What do you want from me? I'm a noob. We could take that off really easily, which worked out really well. That's the detail of the dog. That's supposed to be the best it can do. From what I read online, they said this is supposed to show the best of the best of your Ender 3. I think it's pretty damn good for the price point of this printer. Just to let you guys know, I'm using the program called Cura. It did come with software on the little SD card, but I didn't install it. Just decided to use Cura. When I get better at it, I may do a tutorial on that. Other than the little hiccup, so far I'm loving this printer. I think it's really great for the price point. I mean, that's what this is. It's a tinkering toy. You're gonna tinker with it. You're gonna be a geek with it. It's just, this is part of the process. So if you are thinking about getting one of these, just know that you're gonna be playing a lot, and there is gonna be things that go wrong, and you're gonna be doing a lot of troubleshooting. So this is the SD card it came with. It's about 8 gigs, and it comes with a little USB kind of adapter, which is really nice. I didn't have one of these, believe it or not. And you just slip it right at the top here. And now I can load my files onto it, so I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna try and do another print tonight. By the way, this little doggy is gonna smooth things over with my wife because the last 2 nights I've been out in the office shooting a YouTube video and playing with this Ender 3. So hopefully this will smooth things over. Alright, so this is day 3 and its new location. I figured out a way to level the bed a lot easier. I'm gonna leave the file down below. Basically what it is a G-code file, and it puts it in one position, so you can put that piece of paper under it, then moves it to the next position, so all 4 corners, and you're able to put the paper underneath there, and then it does a print to show you how well it's leveled and if it's working well. So I'm not gonna move this again because it seems like every time I move it I have to level it. I made this little Ender fan cover for right here underneath the printer. There's a fan there that kind of gets in the way when stuff drops down. A lot of people make this, so really nice piece. I think it took 3 hours to print. I did it in the black filament, which this brand, Overture filament, is actually, I guess, pretty good. Right now, I have another piece. Because I had that problem not seeing that thing moving, bender screw thing that goes right on the top of that piece right there, so that when it's spinning, I could see it. I wanted to show you this because this has supports, and I want to show you how I take this off with supports. So I'm gonna do this. Pop it right off, and I just broke his antenna right off. That was smart. Poor Bender. I swear to God, I turn on the camera, everything goes to hell. I can't win. This is why I don't vlog or do live streams. Anyway, so it looks like I just have to cut in between, even though I screwed up this print already. Get in between there. It should break off easily. Or I'm gonna break it even more. I can't believe I just broke off his little antenna. Alright, there you go. This was the supports, and this is the actual print. So that's pretty cool. A lot of wasted plastic, but I guess that's just the name of the game. We're on day 6. Almost had this thing for a week now. I did hook up a Raspberry Pi 1 with OctoPrint. It's a little slow on this, but it works. So yeah, I'm using OctoPrint. If you don't know what that is, it's basically just the Raspberry Pi with a piece of software that is for free. You upload it, and you can actually control it from your network. You can upload files. You can see the heat temperature. I'll show you a screenshot right here of what it looks like, and you're able to control your printer remotely. You know, you can even view it. You can hook a camera up to it. I didn't want to do it that way. I used my Yi because I like the way they work. Pretty inexpensive cameras. They're only 29 bucks. You can see that video here. It's old. You just need a connection to go to the printer, USB to the actual Raspberry Pi, and then this connection goes to the actual printer. I've connected really easy. OctoPi, you just flash it to the card. I'm sure there's plenty of tutorials out there to show you how to do it. If it's something that you think I need to tackle or need to show you, please leave a comment down below and tell me what you want to see. How to bed level, how to do certain things. Let me know. If this is something that you guys want to see, I'm all ears. I did a 20-hour print using OctoPrint to make an LCD holder. So I've been printing a lot. I'm up to 15 prints. This was the longest one, 20 hours. I think I did it wrong because, as you can see, I have a bunch of supports and a bunch of supports I can't get out of the damn thing. I gotta learn how to use Cure a little bit better to make the supports better. I did the dog. That takes about 3 hours. Did the cat. That's almost 5 hours. Came out pretty cool. And I did the pig. So those are the 3 files that come on it. It's actually a piggy bank. I think it came out pretty good. Surprisingly, the smell's not bad. I still put on my exhaust fan every once in a while, but I haven't done it today, and I did a large print overnight, which they say you shouldn't do that overnight because it is a hot element that's going on in there and something could get screwed up and it could possibly start a fire. So you do that at your own risk. It hasn't used that much filament. Out of 15 prints, and one of them was 20 hours, I'm at 600 grams of filament left. So if you're worried about the price of filament, it really isn't bad. I think it depends on, you know, what you're printing, how long you're printing for, but this basically was a giant chunk of plastic and it didn't take that much out of that roll, and I've been printing non-stop. Like I said, I did 15 prints within this week. Some were personal ones, some of them were bigger, some of them were just what was on the printer. I just wanted to test it out. A lot of the prints I did were upgrades. Was the fan piece, which I told you earlier. I made this Yi camera holder right here. I made this tool carrier that slips on and off right up here. And now I built this that's gonna go right where the LCD screen. It's gonna house the LCD screen and the Raspberry Pi for OctoPrint. I'm really impressed with the printer. If you made it this far, thanks for coming on the journey with me so far. It was very interesting. I think if you're thinking about getting into 3D printer, definitely pick up the Ender 3. I really enjoy it. It's a tinkering toy. You're gonna have to learn how to use it, but once you get it up and running, it really isn't that bad. I understand why people think this is one of the best FDM printers out there. It's inexpensive, it works really well, and there's plenty of parts to buy online. So that's it for me, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe if this helped you in any way, and ring that bell if you really want to make sure you keep up with all my stuff. And remember, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. Later, guys! Let's see how we can take this off. See if I can screw this up more. I know what you're thinking. Crazy Will's Tech Show's over. What do I do now? Real simple, guys. You hit that like button and you hit that subscribe button, and then you check out my other videos. It's not over. I made a lot. It's been a good year.